everybody, it's Mandy from Tropical Forge. So I didn't put a video out yesterday because we went to Lancaster and it was somewhat uneventful. We just made some bagel sandwiches for breakfast. Parents fed us delicious lunch. And then Zad was at salt class, so frankly, I think I just had another bagel for dinner. It was really uneventful. So today I had made another round of bagels. The first round was everything seasoning. They were delicious. Like, I would say borderline, almost perfect, except that the holes like kind of closed up, which is not the end of the world. And they were small, which was fine. So then the orange cranberry bagels didn't come out quite as well. My dough was a little, I don't know, it just didn't come together as well as the first batch. So I was talking to my mom this morning and she's like, why don't you just cut them up and make bread pudding? Which I feel like is always an answer to every kind of pastry that fails. So we made delicious orange cranberry cinnamon bread pudding this morning, which was a great way to use up some eggs, use up some of our really yummy milk that we just got. So bread pudding is always a great answer. We have some whipped cream left from the other day. I can't remember why we made that whipped cream, but Zad's gonna put a little bit of whipped cream on there. He did up some eggs with some shoulder bacon ends, and that's what we're gonna do for breakfast. All right, I have a couple kitchen projects I wanna work on today. So Jamie and I are gonna get some marshmallow fluff started. We're gonna keep a little bit out as marshmallow fluff, and then the rest of it I'm gonna put in a 9x13 and cut our own marshmallows, or that's my plan. I'm gonna start Whispering Willow's sourdough bread recipe because I was watching her this morning and I kind of like her method and her system as far as timing goes. So we're gonna try that tonight. We're also gonna start bagels, but I'm gonna try a different recipe and use one that doesn't use yeast and just uses active starter. I fed my starter a few hours ago, so it should be ready by the time I wanna start bagels and bread. I think tomorrow we're gonna do focaccia, so I'm like pretty excited to try that. First, we're gonna do this marshmallow fluff. And then otherwise, I don't think I have any other big kitchen projects on the horizon because I definitely need to pour soap today. We still have that leftover chili to work through. I have some other loaves of bread over here that we can use with our chili. So I don't think I need to do any like active bread projects to have for tonight. All right, so I have my marshmallow fluff going in my mixer. I have to just say, I have an over 20-year-old artisan that we bought for 50 bucks. That Zad refurbished and it works excellently, and we actually use it as one of our loaners. So I bought this professional right before Christmas because they were on sale at Sam's Club, and I was like, oh, it'd be so great to have a bowl lift, and I like the bowl lift. But other than that, this thing is not built as well as my other one. My one that's old, and not old, but older, and Zad fixed is 100% better than this one. This one like wants to act up when I do dough, even though I'm only doing it on like setting 2. It started acting up just doing this, probably because of the steam, which is so ridiculous. Like, this thing is literally less than 3 months old. It might only even be 2 months old. So I'm gonna have to have Zad look at it, but this is just my public service announcement that if you see a KitchenAid or Marketplace or at a yard sale or at the thrift store and it's old, buy it and either fix it yourself or have Zad fix it because it's way better than any of the ones you can buy now from KitchenAid anyway. I know that there's other brands that are probably better, but that's my thoughts on that. So if you've been following along with us during the Pantry Challenge, I showed maybe like over a week ago that I made marshmallow fluff. It was very successful for my first try, which is super exciting. Successful again, which is also, again, very exciting. Because if you've ever done anything with like a candy thermometer, and it's not something you do on a regular basis, it can be a little bit scary. But it worked great. So what I'm gonna try is, first of all, I'm putting a plop of this in my coffee because yum. And second, I put some lard in this and I'm gonna try to put this in here and let it set up and see if I can't cut it into like marshmallow shapes. I've looked at some marshmallow recipes and I've never set out to make marshmallows specifically, but there's a lot more steps than in fluff, and I feel like I basically got marshmallows out of my fluff once it's set up anyway. So stay tuned, I'll let you know how this goes. All right, so I was working in my soap shop tonight, finished up cranberry orange and peppermint mocha goat milk soap, which is awesome. I had a lot of people pre-order that because it's like a limited edition winter scent. So before I did that, I had a yogurt parfait. It's probably gonna be time to make yogurt tomorrow, so I'll take you through that process. I'm not gonna start it tonight, we'll do it tomorrow. My marshmallows came out amazing. So as I suspected, you can just cut this and I can just drop like one of these little squares into my coffee. And I'm very excited about this. This is awesome because I don't use creamer. I typically just put in milk, but sometimes it's nice to have some little flavor in there. So Zad is heating up chili. So we had chili the other night. He's heating that up. He's got some blue cheese piece that he pulled out. That's probably from Blessings of Hope. Got some cheddar cheese. We'll do some of the sourdough that we have left over there. And that'll be dinner. Wanted to give you a quick update on how the pantry's doing. So honestly, everything dried out. It looks really good. We are getting more rain tonight, so we staged the squeegee. We're ready to pull those drain tops off for those French drains if we need to. Everything else looks pretty decent. It's a little wet here where the dehydrator, you know, pulls the water out, but that's not unusual. That's pretty normal. So everything looks good in here. And as far as how I feel like we're doing, we're now 12 days into the pantry challenge, so almost 2 weeks. Frankly, I am considering extending the pantry challenge for an extra month. We'll see. I don't feel like we've put a dent in anything, which is kind of amazing. And you know, we're only almost a quarter of the way through the pantry challenge, so we'll see where we're at by the end of February. But it's kind of nice. Like we're, you know, like I said before, we don't go to the grocery store. We do go to Blessings of Hope. We buy stuff from our friends at J&S Basement, which is a thing in Lancaster. They buy like, not like seconds, but like pallets of things, or like, you know, whatever. They get like overrun type things, and we buy stuff from them. And I am kind of saving several $100s a month by not buying stuff from those two places and from Sam's Club. So we'll see where we're at. I was a little nervous about running low on flour since we're making bread like pretty consistently, but that barrel is probably only down like that. So we'll see where things are, and maybe we'll do like a modified pantry challenge in March and April. Will be kind of fun. So I'll keep you posted about how things are going in here. But you know, so far I was always nervous that I would run things down too far. And you know, I always maybe refer to myself as like a prep steader. I don't like the term prepper. I feel like it has bad vibes. And obviously we homestead. So I think prep steader is a good word for us. And I was always nervous that we would run things further than I would be comfortable with. But so far, we're not at that point. So I will show you our delicious chili when it's done. Chili is always better after it's been made, sat in the fridge, and then is reheated. Why is that? Chili is always better the second time. All right, so we're ready for dinner. Zad put a fried egg on our chili, did some cheese on, and Susan needs some too. So this is a great way to use this up. We probably still have a couple nights of chili to eat, which is fine, no big deal. We don't have to worry about dinner. So see you guys tomorrow.